back more into S.H.I.E.L.D. This is episode 6 of season 7. Very excited to carry on, see what's going to happen next as we kind of approach the halfway point of this final season. It's been on fire so far, I've really loved it. Having Sousa on board's really fun. We're in, you know, a new timeline again. Project Insight kind of been really moved up in the schedule, I suppose, by decades. They blew that up, but they gave away their location. Again, not great. Mack's parents are like being used as leverage, and yeah, Daisy and Sousa got captured. And no Fitz. But you know, that's okay. I'm not dying inside. So yeah, very, very excited to see what's going to be happening as we continue with this whole like plotline for the season. And yeah, I'm filming this on July 2nd, so happy birthday Daisy. And nothing says happy birthday like being in mortal peril. So there we go. Really excited to see where they're going next with this, so let's just get right into the next one. It's like the start of X-Men.
Your path has led to disaster.
Has it?
Me.
But he kept making waves. I thought it was best to...
Damn it, that wasn't the order. I don't have time to deal with you right now.
Oh my.
We need to get moving. You got a 20
Yeah, Mack's pretty stressed. I've got to give him that.
This isn't exactly how I'd imagine you meet my parents.
We have enacted lockdown protocol. All movement.
Oh, that's too real.
3 missiles inbound.
I don't want to see Simmons jump out of another fucking plane. Thank you. Damn. Shit.
I can't quake.
Oh, bugger.
Your whole vibe is just great.
I mean, that is true. But
This isn't the super serum, this is genetics.
Yeah, but I'm rich. Yeah. Cuts down some barriers. Plus, Hydra families.
God damn it, Evan Peters.
We start with that.
No, we don't. Thank you.
It's based
Flashbacks to the episode that must not be named.
They're called chronicons.
And your name is Chastity McBride.
I wish my name was Chastity McBride.
Inside, enjoy your time in prison.
Easy,
Oh.
Jack. We try to hold ourselves to...
I felt nothing.
Oh.
Like you. She's a chronicon.
Or an NMD.
Without the shielding intact, only parts of the ship would jump away, and what remains would be pulverized like
Oh.
a Xandarian snail in a liquefactor. Why do you sound so calm about that?
Xandarian snails.
So we need to fix this immediately. Enoch and I will rewire the control panel.
Consider it done.
Yes, team. I'm here for this trio.
Are you okay?
Should I know how to fix this?
Oh god.
She's my girlfriend.
Oh, I don't think
Oop.
strangers care.
Oh, Mack.
That'll get... We're nobody.
You're not nobody. I just wish I had a better explanation.
Well, you have a very good one. It would just make you look crazy.
You don't have to call me sir. It's just Mack.
Oh. I love it when they focus on Mack's family.
We'll remove your face ASAP, sir.
Look at wise Agent K.
I'm telling you, she
Uh-oh.
is a chronicon.
You don't feel, but you won't even tell me what you think.
You want to know what I think?
Yeah.
You never die. You always come back. You know how many times I've mourned you? I'm not doing it again. And I'm certainly not doing it for a decoy with a simulated personality.
Thank you. What if they have a method of taking our memories, our identities, and uploading them into chronicon bodies? Place the agents, use them to take over.
Yeah. And General Stringer's next.
Makes sense. Oh, goodness. Run, Patrick, run!
Never give you back to a door.
I believe you.
Oh, God, what have they done to you? Oh, Jesus.
Now I gotta synthesize it all and transfuse it to me. Now I know it's risky.
I hope you explode.
What do you mean this happened before?
Oh,
Hey, he wanted to kill my
her
son.
mum.
He just kept telling me, we are going home.
at some point I was on a field stretcher and Mike wasn't.
Oh.
So consider my yapping as a way of passing on the favor. We are going home, Agent Johnson. You hear me?
Oh.
We're going home.
Oh.
Plenty of fight left in you after all.
Huh. Oh, well done, Daisy. Stab him in the face! In the face! Oh god. Oh shit! Oh no, it's probably a good thing, Deke. It's... Ah! Oh no! Oh shit! I mean, that is a very good question, but... Is there a blow-up button? That'd be handy. Oh, oh!
Bad time.
Bad haircut.
I see the past, as written by a single future. A tree grown, but also the many trees it could have grown to be.
A predictor and a poet. Sweet. Again, I'm not a... You know, people keep making that mistake today.
But you're not a person.
Rude.
What do you think you are?
I want answers. Real ones.
Same.
He was fixing my memory so we can fix the ship.
Wait a second.
So it is like a memory thing in her neck.
Know how to...
But Fitz and I found a place where all their moves could be observed. And to guide us, Fitz stayed there. He is completely exposed and they will kill him if they find him, so no one can know his location.
Oh.
But you know.
So you forgot it.
I designed a biological implant to suppress my memories. I named her Diana. She's adorable and we're inseparable. Literally.
Oh.
You need to replace the capacitors.
But then you won't remember how to find Fitz again.
If she forgets where Fitz is, I'm just going to jump out my window.
Duct tape.
They should have called this episode Adapt or Diana. Huh? Oh! Yes, Sousa. Oh, heck. It's... this prick. Oh.
My bones are cracking.
Wow.
Abducted.
Well, he was shit.
Will Daisy survive?
86%.
That's my girl. And what do you want from Mack's parents?
Chronicons cannot die. Time has no consequence.
We'll see.
Which means sacrifice comes at a real cost.
Oh, I love them working together.
Dying? It's kind of my superpower.
Fair. Huh?
Thank you for believing us.
Thank you for saving my skin. That is literal.
Yeah.
This would make one hell of a report.
Heh.
Where's Colson?
He's gone.
Can you make another one?
Was he in that explosion? He'll come back. Always does.
You better.
Yeah, Enoch, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that things were so dire. And you are a valued member of our family.
That is the greatest compliment one could be paid.
True.
Then you carry the secret.
Oh, she trusts him.
Her oldest sounds very serious.
Thank you for saving us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Madge.
Oh no. What did you read?
I'll check his arm. You said he heard it.
Oh no, 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 no.
We got there in time before anything could happen.
They kill his parents. Oh my god. Oh, Mack. Ooh. Okay. Stop killing Mack's family, maybe. That'd be nice.
Last chance if you...
I'm where I need to be.
Oh.
Business, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I said I would check on Mac. Believe it or not, I kind of
Oh.
get what he's going through.
No, where are you?
Oh, yeah.
Leaving both of you, get back now. Deteriorating. About to jump.
Huh? Fuck! This team cannot stay together, can they? Okay, another really great episode as always, a very solid one. And I think that's the first time I've cried this season, so well done, Mack. Oh boy, that got kind of pretty dark. And there's so many things I have no idea what's going to happen. If you watched my, I did like a 10-day countdown before the season started, and I talked about the episodes and stuff coming up. I did say episode 7, which is next week, is like one of my most anticipated for the season, because I think it's like a Mack and Deke episode, so I think they've clearly set that up there at the end. And I'm so beyond excited for that episode, so to kind of see the setup is very exciting. So yeah, very excited for next week is my first thought, as I always am really with S.H.I.E.L.D. But yeah, we have a lot going on really with, it's nice to finally get some answers, I would say. We'll talk about the whole Gemma and Deke and Enoch thing I guess first. I did kind of figure in the last episode that it was like a memory kind of withholding thing. Makes perfect sense to me. I think this should finally stop the LMD theory, even though that should have stopped a few weeks back. And yeah, I did enjoy Deke kind of standing up for Gemma, thinking Enoch was like doing bad stuff to her, which is a fair assumption, I guess. Especially when they're dealing with Chronicoms, and that's what Enoch is. And yeah, knocking him out and stuff. Very good stuff, and I am glad that kind of happened, because I didn't want them to drag out the whole, "Oh, what's behind, you know, what's in Gemma's neck" thing for too long. I'm glad we didn't have to wait ages for answers about that. Because I think there are like bigger mysteries at play still that will probably take a bit further precedent, but made sense to me. I thought that was perfectly in keeping with what Gemma would do. Naming it Diana, I thought was a bit bizarre, like giving it a personality and stuff, given the whole Ada situation with Gemma. So I don't know. I have theories about that, but maybe I'm a clown. We'll see. But either way, I like that we finally got some answers about that. I love having Gemma and Deke have scenes together, them fixing the Zephyr up together was great as well. And Deke apologising to Enoch at the end, saying, "You're a valued member of our family." I loved it. And I always adore Gemma, Deke and Enoch whenever they're on screen. So to see them all kind of together in like this trio was great. Hopefully we'll get a bit more of it eventually. It's, you know, since Deke and Mack and I have been separated from the rest of the team, I'd love a really like sweet and wholesome Gemma and Deke reunion when they kind of find each other again, because I'm sure they will. Just like we get the reunion with Fitz, whenever that may come. That will be the best day of my life. So yeah, loved everything with them. I'm getting answers about Gemma's neck, just the whole kind of family bond that I really hope they explore a bit more now we're nearly at the halfway point of the season. I'd really love to see more depth to that, and we got a Fitz mention, which was great, and them kind of working out and explaining you know, exactly how everything's working with where Fitz is and what she does and doesn't know, and why the chip's kind of malfunctioning and stuff. Maybe when she activated the EMP in episode 3, that kind of did start mucking it up, and that's why it started going wrong, because they also, around the time, you know, Enoch got abandoned in the episode prior, so could all make sense in that way. But I'm glad that Enoch's not a traitor, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm glad that Gemma knew there was something there, and he's kind of handling it for her. So I loved everything with those two. I thought that was really nice. The Chronicoms continue to be... Sometimes they're like really... Like, they're very capable fighters and stuff like that. Other times they're just so easily defeated and kind of shit. So it is kind of an odd balance with the Chronicoms this season. But in this episode, you know, I think Nathaniel was more of the shit villain in this episode, and then we had the Chronicoms, and what they did to Mack's parents was awful. I did like that a lot of this episode, I think, was about making it personal. We had Sybil, who was trying to attack Colson, and the fact that he's like not really a human, he's just like a thing. She made it kind of personal with that. The Chronicoms made it personal by getting Mack's parents involved and actually killing them. And Nathaniel kind of made it personal with Daisy when he was kind of using Daniel Whitehall's techniques to kind of try and do to Daisy what happened to Daisy's mother. So I like that kind of running theme of making things personal that the episode had going for it. I thought that worked very well. Because so much of the episode, you know, we had these groups of, you know, the team were very much in separate groups and stuff, so we had that kind of running theme connecting them all that I thought worked quite well. And yeah, the Chronicoms, they do have their moments where they are genuinely good threats, and I like them at kind of adapting and transplanting personalities into their own bodies to kind of adapt better, fit in better. It's cool that they're not just like behaving the same way the entire season. The fact that they are learning and changing and stuff makes sense considering they have such long lifespans and everything. So that was all cool, and I did enjoy very much the scene with Colson and Sybil kind of having that face-off and her detailing exactly what her kind of thing is, and just the verbal kind of dialogue between those two, and Colson saying, "You're wrong, bitch," was everything. And more of the Colson and May pairing as well. I love the scene when they were kind of locked away and Colson was trying to like get something from May, you know, saying, at least tell me what you think if you can't tell me what you're feeling. And what May was saying about Colson dies again and again and again, do you know how many times I've mourned you? Very, very true. That's going to mess you up. The fact that she's had to mourn him God knows how many times at this point. And she kind of lost him again in this one, in a way, but now she has the thought like, oh, you always come back, he'll be back. And I'm sure he will. They're not going to get rid of Clark Gregg like that. I do feel bad, but Andy Colson did kind of sacrifice himself to take all those hunters out, which was cool. I liked that kind of badass moment for him. And yeah, I assume they'll find a way to get him back involved. I don't know if they'll just make another LMD or be like, ah, lucky we had a spare. They just have like a whole room of this like little Colson LMDs just lying on the floor. So they'll find a way to bring him back into it, which I'm very excited for, because obviously that's not going to be it for Clark Gregg, I would say. Unless they find a different kind of way of bringing him into the second half of the season. But I feel like the LMD thing is providing a lot of interesting stuff. So yeah, I like the Colson and May dynamic as always. Seeing Rick again, I do love Patrick Warburton, so to see him pop up once again for another episode was cool. And I like him, you know, when they woke him up, he's like, I believe you. That was really good. Just such a good kind of personality from Patrick Warburton as an actor, so it's always fun to see him show up, and I liked him eventually coming around to what was happening, and he's now got a cover story. His interactions with May in particular I thought were really fun. I'd like to have seen him work with even more of the team, but it is what it is, you know, storylines and stuff, so loved having him involved in the episode once again. And then yeah, Daisy and Sousa, not as much screen time as I was expecting with them actually in this episode. I thought there'd be a lot more to the whole thing. I'm glad they didn't show the procedure on Daisy again. I think they've learned from the Devil Complex that kind of cooked up a storm, basically. So I'm glad we didn't exactly tread the same threads there again, because I don't enjoy seeing Daisy get tortured anytime it's happened. And her like recovering in a glass tube like season 1 when she got shot. And, oh boy. But I did like that Sousa was kind of there for Daisy, comforting her, telling her this story about, you know, how he learned he was going to make it home, and repeating that. He's staying on the team, he's like, I'm where I need to be, he's really committed to the mission. I feel like there could be some setup there for him and Daisy, maybe. I feel like it could go either way still. I think they're going to have a really nice bond, whatever it is. Romantic relationship, I don't know yet how I feel. I'm not entirely sold on it. I'm not like, oh yeah, this has to happen, I'm in love with it. But I'm also not dead against it. I'd have to see where they go with that, but I feel like they could be setting that up, maybe. I'm not sold on it yet, but we'll see. You never know. But I did enjoy those kind of scenes, and Sousa kind of comforting her and being there for her and everything, getting her out of there, and Nathaniel. Oh, Nathaniel. A bit of a damp squib in the end, a bit of a wet fart. Got the powers, could not handle them because he's not Daisy fucking Johnson. And then he I assume he died, he got crushed, so timeline's kind of restored because he was meant to have been dead anyway, I suppose. So Nathaniel ended up being a bit shit. I don't know if it was necessarily worth it with that storyline, considering it really didn't get as much screen time as I was expecting, and it was just kind of, it felt over very quickly, you know? It felt like 3 key scenes and then that storyline was done. Just nothing really came of it, I suppose. It was just what I expected. You know, he wasn't going to be able to handle the powers. He got crushed. Orcs. But I guess that's a big display of how powerful Daisy really is and how much training she's taken to kind of get a handle on her powers and everything, you know. She got, you know, when she first got her powers, she had those gauntlets given to her to kind of stop her arms, bruising and stuff. So it took a lot of time for her to get to the point where she is now. So it makes sense that Nathaniel just couldn't handle it. Little weasel. Bye-bye. So yeah, kind of mixed feelings on that whole storyline, if I'm honest. Because I feel like it just ended up not really doing much, except potentially setting up a Daisy and Sousa thing. And if you're going to have Daisy go through that shit that her mum went through and she herself went through again in season 5, I feel like I'd want a bit more to come from it than a potential romance for her. I don't know. We'll see where they go with it. They might do some really, really interesting character stuff with it, and then I'm all for it. So we'll see what happens with it, but I did enjoy those scenes for the most part, even if it wasn't maybe my favourite part of the episode. But I did love Sousa's story and everything, because I really like Daniel. And yeah, everything with Mack and Yo-Yo, and her getting excited to meet the parents, but she technically never really did. That was so fucking sad. Henry was fantastic in that final scene where he realised that his parents were dead. And Chronocoms, you sons of bitches, basically. He was so, yeah, Henry was great in that last scene. He made me cry, as he has done on several occasions in the show. I remember early season 5, he made me cry when he was talking to Yo-Yo about Hope losing her. And now his parents have died way earlier than I imagine they were supposed to. So that was so awful, and I'm sure they're going to explore that and break my heart over again with Mack. But stop killing the people he loves, you know? My goodness. But at least he's going to have Yo-Yo, well, he's going to have Deke there to support him through it, I guess. And I do like that Deke and Mack are, I don't like that they're stranded on their own. It is going to be an amazing episode next week, I think. I'm so excited for that. But like Deke said, he went to check on him because he kind of knew what Mack was kind of going through, losing his parents like that. Having to see them die in a way, because he kind of had to watch Chronocoms with his parents' faces die. I like that Deke can understand that, so those two are kind of paired together. That might help Mack deal with the initial aftermath of what he's going through. The fact that he didn't even care that the Zephyr just jumped, because obviously this episode was all about making it personal. So I like the Chronocoms as a threat in that respect, for them really going there. It's a very dark, awful thing to do, and I feel awful for Mack. Hopefully he can kind of power through it and give it to the Chronocoms more than ever before. And so I liked everything with that. And even though it wasn't technically Mack's parents, it was nice to kind of get to know them, see Mack interact with them when he was older, see Elena kind of meet them. So yeah, some really nice moments with them, even if it ends in tragedy, and it's just kind of such an awful, awful thing to put Mack through. Why do you do this? But there you have it. That's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for you. No character can be happy for too long. The team can't all be together for more than an episode at a time. And yeah, I suppose without Fitz, we've never had the team all together this season, but you know what I mean. Either way, I think that's going to provide... I'm really certain that's going to provide some great character stuff for Mack with that story, as opposed to, I'm not quite sold on, is this going to be worth it for Daisy to go through that shit again for her character? If it's just oh, you have a love interest now. I don't know. We'll see. You never know. And yeah, overall, really, really great episode. As always, very consistently great this season. Still have the makings of being potentially my favourite, I would say. And my camera's about to die, so I will end it there. Yeah, great episode. So excited for next week. I think that's going to be one of my favourites of the season, if not of the show. I'm all about Deke. I'm all about Mack. I'm all about their bromance. Make it happen. Yes. So they're stranded. We got some cool answers in this one that I really enjoyed. I did like Sousa's kind of speech to Daisy. The Mack stuff was heartbreaking but really good. The Gemma, Deke, Enoch kind of trio was great. Colson sacrificing himself and his confrontation with Sybil was really cool. And the Colson and May dynamic, as always, their conversation was really nice. The reveal of the Mack's Chronicon parents with May, I thought that was done very well. Rick Stoner was great. Kind of mixed on when they ended up going with Nathaniel. It just kind of didn't quite get there for me in the end. It was just a bit okay. And the Chronicons are kind of making it personal, which I think makes for an interesting story. So very excited for more. Love this episode, and until my next reaction, thanks for watching.